iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Dr. Roto, get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. It is time now for the Atlanta Braves in a fantasy nutshell. The Nutshell series continues with the Braves. Let's get it started right here. At catcher, we've got this Kurt Suzuki, Tyler Flowers combo platter. If you will, the poo-poo platter. But they're not really that bad. So let's talk about Kurt Suzuki for a second, okay? Kurt Suzuki is the epitome of the catcher who won't kill you. He's not great. He went up to 19 home runs last year, which shocked everybody in the fantasy world. But this guy's like a 10 home run, 50 RBI catcher. Is that good? No, but it's not bad. It's not going to kill you. Not going to hurt you. Not going to put you in last place in the category. So do I like him? No, I really don't like him. But there's a value to getting a guy who doesn't suck, right? I don't want a guy who's going to kill me at the end of my drafts. Tyler Flowers, similar guy. Another guy who's going to hit 10 home runs, 40, 50 RBIs. So these are guys, if you're those $1 catcher type guys in your auction, or if you're the round 26 guy in your draft, you take Kurt Suzuki and you put him on your team. Boom. Is it good? No. Really, it's not good. But it's not going to kill you either. Right? So I prefer to have better players at a position, but I see where the strategy holds why you would do that. At first base, I really, really love Freddie Freeman. I don't think we've seen Freeman's best. I think there's better. He's 28. 2 years ago when he got 589 at-bats, he had 34 home runs, only 91 RBIs, but he hit 302. This is a great player. This guy's on the precipice of a triple crown. He could hit 320. He could hit 40 home runs. He could get 120 RBIs. He just needs to stay healthy. He's probably a late first round pick, but most likely an early second. So if you're picking 12, 13, 14, or 15, you've got a very good chance of getting Freddie Freeman either with your first pick for sure, or most likely your second pick. Nothing wrong with that. You start your draft off with, Chris Bryant and Freddie Freeman, you're onto something. You started off with Votto and Freeman, you got first base and corner set. Maybe you want Giancarlo Stanton Freeman. I'm okay with that. Freddie Freeman's a winning pick. I like Freddie Freeman a whole lot. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of him on my teams, but I know I want him. I know I do. I know I want the guy. So I will look very closely, and I want to see if I can get him. If I can, I will, because I think that highly of him. I think there's another guy for the Braves who I really want. It's Ozzie Albies. This guy's a player. This guy's a real good player. In 217 at-bats last year, he had 6 home runs and 8 stolen bases. Now, I'm not going to project that times 3, but I might. And that would be 18 home runs and 24 stolen bases. I don't think he gives me that. But what if he gave me 15 home runs and 20 stolen bases? Would you like that? I bet you would. And he's 21. He is 21 years old. So there's a whole lot to like with Ozzie Albies. If I'm in a dynasty league, I am all over this guy. All over him. If I'm in a redraft league, I like him a lot. I think there's a lot there to like. And he's 21 years old. So he's only getting better, guys. So really, Ozzie Albies, be in on him. At shortstop, I want to talk about Dansby Swanson for a second. So there's something that we'll call a post-hype sleeper. So last year, heading into last year, Dansby Swanson was very, very popular at drafts. I sat next to Ron Chandler at the FSTA draft last year. And he took Dansby Swanson like round 12, 13, something like that. And I said, what'd you think of him? And he goes, I think the kid could hit, 10, 15 home runs and steal 10, 15 bases. And I'm like, dude, this is Ron Chandler talking, so he must know something, right? Now, he had a crappy year. He was terrible. 232, 6 home runs, like 50 RBI, something like that. Nothing with nothing. But he is a player. He's 24. Sometimes it takes guys longer to figure it out. How many guys buried Luis Severino last year? Something happened when he was pretty good. So why couldn't it happen with Dansby Swanson? I love taking Dansby Swanson at the very, very, very end of my draft. When nobody's taking him, I throw him on my reserve squad. And then maybe he doesn't suck. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's some upside. I think there could be, so watch him very closely. Okay, the Braves have a third baseman named Austin Riley, who is probably about a year to a year and a half away. So because of that, they've got Johan Camargo and Rio Ruiz, who are probably going to be in some sort of crazy lame platoon until they get room for Austin Riley. Riley's not ready yet, and they're not bringing him up yet. Maybe September call up, but he's close. So third base is just kind of a wasteland. These are two placeholders, nobody that'd be very interested in. Let's get to the outfield. Ender Inciarte. I like this guy. I think he's supremely undervalued in leagues. I think this is a guy, his power went from 3 home runs to 11 last year. The RBIs went from 29 to 57. He stole 22 bases and he hit 304. His average has always been good. Right? He always scores runs and the steals are pretty good, but we saw more power from him than ever before. Is he an 11 home run guy? I'll give him 10. Is he a 50 RBI guy? I'll give him 50. But if he goes 10 and 50 and 25 stolen bases, he's my newest best friend. I didn't know I had a best friend named Ender, but I do now. So more importantly, I think he's a guy that's a third outfielder for most fantasy teams. He's an ideal third outfielder. Good batting average, good speed, power's getting better. I can live with that. All right, how about Hakuna Matata? Such a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Right? This is Ronald Acuna. He is the best prospect in baseball. He is. Now, he's got a great bat and he's got speed. But he's 20 years old. Do I think he starts the year with the Braves? Probably. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say if he has a good spring, they'll bring him up. But if not, it'll be Memorial Day. But it'll be sometime before June 1. Next. I'm not sure you see the power yet. I think the power's there, just not yet. So when guys come up to the majors, the first thing that they see is the speed, right? The speed is always there. Speed is there. Guy's fast. He's fast at 20, but power emerges. At 20 years old, you're a doubles hitter. At 26 years old, you're a home run hitter. So here's my thought with Acuna. I think we could see 15 home runs and 25, 30 stolen bases from him as soon as this year. But I think we could be looking at 30 home runs and 40 stolen bases in 3 years. So if you draft Acuna this year, you might be a little bit early. In dynasty leagues, he's the best, right? He's the guy you want. But in redraft leagues, he's probably an outfielder 3 or 4, probably best taken around 8, 9, 10. But there's always some dude in your league who's going to take him in round 6 because they want to be the team who says, I had Acuna. I'm the dude with Acuna. Well, congratulations. I want Acuna too, but only when he's ready. So I don't see me drafting him this year. Doesn't mean I wouldn't. Doesn't mean I don't want to. It just means he's like a banana who's just not ripe yet. He's close, but he's just not ripe yet. Maybe an overripe banana is Nick Markakis. Can I just take this guy outside and shoot him? I mean, seriously. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in a I'm so done with him way. Dude's 34. They bat him cleanup a lot. The guy hits like 275. Doesn't even hit 10 home runs. He knocks in some RBIs. He's got no speed. What do I want him for? Here's what I say about guys like Nick Markakis. They don't kill you. Great. Nick Markakis. He won't kill you. There you go. How's that for a campaign slogan? The pitching's a problem for the Braves. Julio Teheran to me is not a number one starter. I haven't bought in. Last year he was disgusting. He had some years before that were good. 2016, he had a whip of 1.05, and last year went up to 1.37. That's a big difference. He had a lot of home runs. He had a lot of walks. He's not my kind of guy. I'm too scared to put him on my team. I don't want to see him crush my team. Could he have a good few starts? Sure. Would I use him in DFS? Absolutely. Do I want him on my seasonal team? No thanks. Mike Foltynewicz, same thing. This is a guy that'll kill you. Seriously. This is a guy who pitches well for 3 innings, and the 4th inning lets up 4 runs. So then at the end of the game, it's like 4 innings pitched, 4 runs, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Thank you for killing my ERA whip and not getting enough and not getting the win. What did you do for me? Literally, you shot my team in the head. Brandon McCarthy's a 3rd starter. Not special here. I mean, they gave him a lot of dudes for Matt Kemp. Sure, he's like a 4th starter in a National League team. If in an NL-only league, fine. But in a mixed league, really? Did you wake up this morning and say to yourself, I just like Brandon McCarthy? No. He's an NL-only guy at best. The guy I do like is Sean Newcomb. Sean Newcomb, I think he's close. The guy had more strikeouts and innings pitched last year, which I like. Let up way too many walks, which I don't like. But the home runs weren't bad. 10 in 100 innings. I think he's not around the plate, and his whip will kill you. It was 1.57 last year. That's really atrocious. But I think he's on to something. I think this is a guy in like 2 years where you're saying to yourself, wow, he's really good. I'm going to call him Robbie Ray Light. Maybe Robbie Ray very light. But he's got the great power arm, strikes out a lot of dudes. I don't hate him. Let's keep your eye on Sean Newcomb. I think he could be special, but you might be a year or 2 away. Lastly is Luis Gohara. And Luis Gohara was lights out in the minors. Lights out in AA, lights out at Gwinnett. Then he came up and got hit like a Christmas tree. Lit up like a Christmas tree. Boom, 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 boom. Here's the problem with guys who are like 20, 21 years old. They're not always ready. So he's going to travel on the Gwinnett Atlanta Express a bunch. Up, back, in, back. And you're going to be frustrated as a fantasy owner. What you got to do with Luis Gohara is just put him on your team, stick him on your reserve squad, and wait. And you're going to wait. And you're going to wait. And you're going to wait some more. And at some point, he's eventually going to be a good pitcher. It just may not be this year. The problem is you're going to draft him this year hoping he's going to be good. And when he's not, you're going to lose and you're going to go, I didn't have Gohara. He sucks. He doesn't suck. He's just not ready yet. The key in winning in fantasy baseball is to get the guys at the right time. To be ready when they're ready. Right? To get them when they're ready to succeed. Here's another guy who's not quite ready yet. AJ Minter. I love AJ Minter. Love AJ Minter. This guy's a beast. But is he ready yet? Maybe not. Because he's not ready yet, Aroldis Vizcaino might be their closer. This guy might get 30 saves this year because he is the guy who just will get some outs at the end of the night, end of the game. Now, is Minter a better arm? For sure he's a better arm. I love Minter. But maybe he's not ready to close. So Vizcaino becomes a guy that you can get in your draft who might save 30 games, and you're like, ugh, I got him in round 14, but he doesn't suck, right? Not a great pitcher. He's not Minter. He's not flashy. He's not throwing 100 miles an hour, but at the end of the day, he helped you win the saves category. So once again, let's go back to this for a second. The key of what I'm telling you here is, I know you want the flashy player. I get it. I know you want the guy with big-time upside. I understand that. But if they're not ready yet, you're too soon. And if you're too soon, the guy is not going to produce. And if he doesn't produce for you, you're not going to win your league. Does that make sense? Because that's the truth. That's where we're looking at here. If it's too soon, if you get AJ Minter and you don't have him as anything, if you're relying on him to get saves, it's probably not going to happen. But Vizcaino might. And then you just have Minter down the line and you put it on your reserve squad and you use him. And then he's a star in 2019. Okay? You want to know what else makes you a star? By being a member of Scout Fantasy and ScoutDFS.com. I'm loving the optimizer. Oh my God, I've been on fire. I've been so unlucky in NBA, and I go on NBA the last couple of nights. I've been winning. And Fuego Steve qualifies for a seat, a big-time seat to win $300K. Good luck to Fuego Steve. You follow Fuego Steve, Jaguar Lou, Willie Walls, Nate Weitzer, Scott Atkins, Adam Rona, Sean Childs, Dr. Roto. We're going to lead you to some fantasy glory. Right? Isn't it all about the glory? I know it is. All right, but it's time now to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. I have the labor mixed draft tonight. It's going to go on until midnight, but I will be there. I will recap it. I will discuss it tomorrow with you right here. This is Dr. Roto saying be well, take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!